We've been having a bit of a warm period, but it looks like we've got a reprieve for the next day or so. So I'm having a bit of a crack here. I've got the Jimmy and the V-Dub. The V-Dub I'm getting ready for roadworthy, and one of the issues I've had with that is the glazing over of the headlights, which all these vehicles with plastic lights do. Not sure why they don't just make them replaceable. You know, $20, just clip off the old ones and clip on new ones. But anyway, we've got to go through this process. So what I'm doing is having a bit of a crack at one of these lens rejuvenation things. Basically they're a form of, they come with sanding pads. They have a clarifying compound, which is basically just a really fine cut and polish. And then when you get the kit, it also has a sachet which has got like a lacquer on top of it that helps give it more UV resistance, I guess, for the next 6 months. They don't last forever, which is a bit of a thing. But once you get the first lot done, if I'd known this when I'd first bought in the car, I could have got just the clarifying compound and just given it a polish every 6 months or so, and it stops it getting in too bad a condition. But old Suzuki here, it's had 13 years of UV damage, and so I haven't really touched that one. This one I've given a bit of a sand and a polish up, which still hasn't really done a hell of a lot. The vein on this one here, this is pretty dull before as well, so I gave that a bit of a sand and used the clarifying polish on that, which I reckon that should pass roadworthy. This side here isn't too bad depending on which angle you look at it, so I think that should cut mustard as far as the roadworthy goes as well. I didn't bother giving this one a sand, I've just used the polish on it, so we'll see how that goes. This light I haven't touched yet, so we'll give them a bit of a crack with the lens cleaning compound and see if that makes any difference. I never expect miracles with these things. If I had a buffing machine, I would probably get a far superior job. But we'll see how we go. Alright, let's see what we get. I can see looking at it on the angle that it's gonna need a sand. Bit of KY. So if you haven't used these things, they're all numbered, and and basically the higher the number, the finer the grit of the sand. So we start with 1 and work our way up to 4. I don't know if this lubricant is really much better than water, but anyway, that's what they reckon we should use, so we shall use it. Alright, let's see what we've got there. Still a bit over here. I don't think it'll really matter much, but not in a hurry, so we will give it a bit more of a go. Okay, something like that. And it's supposed to go for about a minute. Just had to do a battery change. I've given this 3 goes with the polish. So I'll just bust that off. So, from your angle, when you're looking across it, you can still see it's quite misty. And when you come around the front, it's clear enough. So hopefully when we put these wipes on, that'll fix that, he says. But what I'm going to do is do all the other lights, because although you get plenty of lube product and plenty of the cut and polish, you only get 2 sachets of lens wipes, and I don't think you can buy this stuff separately. So when you open it, you want to use as much of it as you can so you're not wasting it. So compared to this one's quite a mess. Well, for a person wanting instant gratification, we're not quite getting it yet. But we'll see what happens after a bit of polish. Well, there's a bit of difference, but I'm not quite seeing the magic yet. So, according to the instructions, get onto it with the lens base coat wipe. Do all the lenses, so I'll be doing this, the Suzuki and the VW all at the same time. And then as soon as that's done, immediately follow with the lens sealing wipe. And then once we've done that, we don't have to buff it down or anything, and theoretically that'll be the final touch that makes it all good. And it takes about 24 hours to dry, so they reckon. So we'll have a go with that and see what we end up with. All right. One light certainly come up much better than this one, but anyway. Well, time will tell. We'll let that dry, and then we'll sweep the camera over it and see what we end up with. Well, it's better than what it was. Certainly not perfect. This one did a lot better. So I think that one didn't get as much damage on it. That one's certainly good enough. That one's still a little bit yellowish. but I think it'll pass muster as far as the roadworthy is concerned. So there we have it. We've done our headlights. That should get us past roadworthy. But you know, as far as this product goes, it's okay. Wouldn't say it's magic, but when I look online at the cost of replacement headlights, $30 odd for this and an hour or so of elbow grease gets you through another 6 to 12 months. So I don't know. Guess that's better than paying you know, anywhere between $300 and $1,500 for a new set of lights. So I guess it's cheaper that way. It'd be much better if the manufacturers would put replaceable lenses on the headlights, so you can just clip them off and get new ones. It'll be, you know, a lot cheaper for us, but also a lot less wastage as well. I don't see any reason why the whole housing needs to be thrown away just because the front lens does that. So who knows? Maybe somebody can come up with a like a vinyl wrap or a contact adhesive that protects the lens protector and that can be peeled off every 12 months. You know, you get a sachet of half a dozen of them that last a year or whatever, or even single ones. You know, you pay, I'd much rather probably pay $10 for a vinyl thing that goes over the headlight when you buy it from new, and just change that every 12 months. That'd be a better idea if somebody wants to make $1 million and give me royalties. But anyway, that's that. Well, these headlights have had a bit of time for the gloop to go off, and apart from this one not quite getting enough sanding, I think it's not too bad. Yep, I think that'll do.